and welcome to Dustin's Kaleidoscope. I am Dustin, and I am here with members of the South Orange Maplewood Adult School. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. I'm Amy Don. I am currently a co-president of the adult school, and I've been on the board for many years.
Okay.
And I'm Emily Zacharias. I'm a longtime trustee, and I also teach 2 classes and do live events.
Perfect.
And I'm Liz Herring. I'm the managing director
Yes.
of the adult school. Yes, I am.
Yes.
So first of all, thank you for allowing me to interview you. I know that this organization has been around for many, many years, as we'll discuss. But could you tell our audience how you started, how the school started?
Absolutely. So 90 years ago, at just about this time of year, it was in October of 1933, Dr. Ross Runnels of Maplewood Junior High School, a renowned academician in the area, and actually not just in South Orange, but also in northern New Jersey, and I think he was even known in New York State, had the brainchild that we needed a way to keep teachers busy and minds active during the Depression. People were out of work and they needed things to do and ways to keep busy, and they needed to be connected to each other.
Okay.
And that was the beginning. That was the germination.
Okay. And so you have been in existence for 90 years now, which is, that is quite a feat in and of itself. What types of classes do you offer? In general?
Everything
under the
imaginable.
sun.
And of course they've changed
Oh, really?
generationally. Oh my goodness, yes.
So I guess one of the first courses offered was a typing course at
Oh,
the very
okay.
beginning in 1933. And it's interesting, we're actually offering a keyboarding class for kids because they're all using computers now. So it's
Oh, of
changed a bit,
course.
but not completely.
Okay.
But we kind of change with the times. We have a lot of lectures, we have a lot of fitness classes, art classes, but we try to be very topical. For example, we have a lecture on Ukraine, Ukraine update this fall, one on Chat GPT and AI. Sorry, and we just we have film lectures, a lot of events. Our Decades Dance Party coming up. We have wine pairing dinners at local restaurants.
Yeah.
So we just really do it all. Technology classes, computer.
Many-headed.
Yes.
Really is.
And on top of that, we serve all ages.
Okay.
So I think we've had students as young as 5, and I know we have students who have neared 100. So
Wow.
we really do it all.
And we have a sort of patron saint of the adult school named Eva Samo.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Who is Eva?
Eva is will be 102
November
November
1st.
1st.
There we
Wow.
are.
She was a longtime employee.
Yes.
And,
the
and
adult school.
she was an active consultant for 50 years.
Okay.
We have another current trustee who has been on the board for 50 years.
Yeah.
Rose
1-5 or
Gilbert.
5-0?
50.
Wow,
50
okay.
years.
Wow.
The interesting thing about this board is that there is a deep connection between the trustees and their commitment to the community. And people come on and they stay.
Yeah.
They continue to give and create and invent, and we shed our skins with our new younger trustees, and it's very active.
That's
Very
something-
dedicated.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's something we're always working
Yeah.
on, is continuing to grow our board and expand
Okay.
so that we're intergenerational and continuing to succeed.
So does that mean that you're looking for people all the time to be part of the board, or is this something that you seek out once a year or once every 2 years, or how does that go?
Each year we look to fill positions that may be opening, yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I want to get back to the longevity, because that, 90 years is a long time for any organization to stay in place. What is it specifically about South Orange Maplewood Adult School? Because many organizations have come and gone. So what is it about this organization?
Well, I think we have a great community and a lot of very active learners in the community, a lot of people with creative backgrounds.
Okay.
They're always looking to learn more and meet people of all different backgrounds. You know, it's very diverse. And that's one of the things that, it's a beautiful thing about this school. All different people are in these classes. They come together and they tell us, they're like, oh, we met friends here. We met all,
wow.
you know, and you just see, it's all ages. It's wonderful to see.
Tonight is my first class
Okay.
of something I call a speaking workshop. So I have a dozen people tonight.
So you are teaching the class?
Yes.
Okay.
I teach 2 classes. So inevitably, and I've taught the class, I think, for about 14 years now.
Yes, that sounds about right.
I think so. So first class is full of difference. Everyone is immediately aware of difference, of different color, different ages, different social connection in the community. This is all there in this room. And by the end of the first class, all the difference has collapsed. The superficial experience of it has collapsed because they all recognize themselves in the other, because the commonality of why they're there, they want to feel more ease with representing themselves as communicators.
Got it, okay.
And the first couple of years I taught the class, I, of course, was aware of this. It has never stopped. It is a constant. It is a little miracle. It's just a great joy, and that's what I'll get tonight.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we're talking about how classes breed more and more students.
Yes.
So I have students who take this and then want to take my other class because we've had a great time.
Right.
And that's happening because my other class is Saturday. And so, yeah, it builds, at this point, we build trust in the community.
Yes.
The adult school stands for something that is,
It's a valued
yes.
commitment. to
So,
the
but you know, I experience it in this way, in the actual, in the classroom with students, and it's very special.
Another part of our success is the fact that over the years, the adult school realized that it needed to be independent.
Oh, okay.
And initially, it came out of the public schools, as I said, through Dr. Ross Reynolds and some community committees. And there was funding from the district. But by the 1960s, the adult school realized that it needed to stand on its own legs, and it became completely independent. And through that, fundraising began, et cetera. And more recently, fundraising has increased because it's important to keep us going.
We had a hard
so-
time during the pandemic,
Sure.
like many
Yeah.
small businesses and
okay.
small nonprofits.
Right.
And as you witnessed, one of our teachers called before, Barry Wolfson, a longtime teacher, and he just said he called earlier, then he called back to say, "I think you guys are so great. I don't know how you do it, but so many of the schools I've worked with have gone under."
Right.
And or are not able to get enough students, so they cancel a lot of classes. And he said, "Thank you."
We balance that very carefully in terms of the enrollment and whether our class runs. But I think being financially independent has saved the adult
Oh,
school over the
really?
years, because we were not a factor related to a school budget crunch.
Yes.
Where
Okay.
programs were canceled, et cetera. And some got absorbed into libraries or other public
Right.
entities. So it's important for people to know that we don't receive any public funding and that we fundraise each other year, and our class tuition doesn't cover all of the expenses which we need, right?
And that
Yes,
assumption
so-
is definitely made in the community that, well, we pay for our classes and that's what supports the adult school.
Right.
But
Oh,
it's
really?
not, no, it
Interesting.
doesn't.
Okay, I'm glad you made that clarification
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
we
think a lot
have-
of people would assume that.
Right, and people may think, oh, we have volunteers who run the school. No, we have 3 employees. Liz is our full-time director, and we have 2
Yeah.
excellent part-time employees who do our communications and financial management. So.
And we pay our teachers,
Yes.
of course, as well. So
Yeah.
I think another thing that contributes is that you know, as we've said, the trustees have been on board for a very long time. And the staff, a lot of the staff stays. I think the first director was here for, I don't know, 20 years?
More than that.
It was
Well,
really...
Sue Marcus was here for 17 years.
Yeah,
Right.
so that I think contributes to the adult school's longevity as well.
Having the person who is running the actual school, or at least a large part of it, be someone who's consistently at the helm.
Yes,
Right.
and very dedicated.
And Liz is coming up on
Her
It's
10.
gonna
10
be
years?
10 years.
Wow.
Liz is
Right.
coming up on 10
Yeah.
years,
Wow.
I
right?
don't know, how did it get here so fast?
So, you know, we're all aware of that word that's been overburdened, content, right?
Right.
But adult school has always been the master of content. But we're stepping out and doing something different
Right.
a week from Friday night, Decades Dance
That's
Party.
right. That's right.
Because, you know, people come to us for lectures, for classes, to explore something they've never done before,
Right.
to be entertained in a live event. You know, now we're having a community blast.
Right.
At the Woodland, gonna be fun.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about that. I want to take a quick break right now, and we'll be right back. But this is Dustin's Kaleidoscope, and we'll be back in a moment. Hi, you're watching Dustin's Kaleidoscope, and if you are interested in following us and learning more about our show, you can find us on the Dustin's Kaleidoscope YouTube channel. You can find us on Dustin's Kaleidoscope on Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course on Instagram. So follow us there, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome back to Dustin's Kaleidoscope. I am Dustin, and I am here with members of the South Orange Maplewood Adult School. So as we left during the first part of the conversation, you were talking about the Decades Dance Party, but we're going to talk about that a little later. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the actual people, the teachers that you are able to bring to the adult school, because it's a very impressive list. So I have a couple of questions. One, how do you find these people? And is it easy? Like, you have these really wonderful people. So anyone can answer that.
It's not always easy.
No, it
Yeah,
isn't.
that's true.
Because sometimes you get the idea for the class and you have to find the teacher.
Oh,
And
really?
sometimes the teacher arrives with their idea for a class.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it moves in any direction that proves successful.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have that a lot, where people will approach you and say, I have this wonderful
absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Yes, quite a lot. We have a form on our website that people can fill out if they have an idea for a class.
Oh, okay.
That's how we get a lot of our classes. We had one last spring that was so unusual. I have to say, I almost thought it was a joke.
What?
It was,
Which one?
It was a Dorodango class.
Oh, right.
The Japanese art of making mud balls.
Right.
Oh,
So
really?
When I saw it at first, I thought, "Is this for real?"
Yeah,
and then,
right.
then we looked at it, and it's amazing. It's
beautiful.
these just beautiful, making beautiful spheres, and it's
Really?
almost like meditative, you know. And the instructor, he started doing it during the pandemic.
Oh,
and,
I see. Okay.
So we had the class. We had to
And-
add another class because it filled up.
And of course, the punchline is that now he's a trustee.
Yes.
So I'm
Right.
starting to understand this.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
You get your toe
Funny.
in, and we pull you all the way. You know.
That's right.
But,
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so we'd get a lot of ideas, just from the community. But we also, I mean, you have a lot of contacts. You know, Emily has a lot of contacts as an actress, so that's very helpful. We have a lot of amazing creative talent in our community.
I inherited something. It used to be called Celebrity Readings, and it's actors performing short stories
Okay.
with the text in front, and it's basically storytelling for adults.
Okay.
And it's very well received, and we've built up an audience, and it's been in the community a very long time.
Really?
So, yes, probably since 2005, and even before that, because I was a reader the second season. I think that was like 2004, and then just a couple years later, there wasn't a professional in the trustees because it just hadn't happened yet. Stage professional.
Oh, okay.
Is what I mean. A performer. It's a bit of an odd fit. and so I took that over. So we have a wealth of people in the community, right? We have Norbert Leo Butts, and we have Andre Brower, and we have Zach Grenier, and we have just so many working actors in Maplewood South Orange. So now it's called Likely Stories.
Oh, wonderful.
And we have a wonderful, and we do it every other year now.
Okay.
And it's just a great evening. It's just a great evening. We added music this year. So that's one of our things. The Hamingson Lecture, which is, how would we define the Hamingson Lecture? It's graduate of CHS.
Yeah, we call that our gift to Columbia High School.
Oh, okay.
We have a graduate, one of the students who graduated in the, pretty much in English or the fine arts. We invite them back to speak to the students.
Oh,
and we've had really amazing people. We just had Ahmed Best.
Ahmed Best
was our most recent one.
He's a terrific, much awarded actor. He lives in LA, but he grew up here, and both of his parents are trustees. And so he gave a very inspiring, really gorgeous talk.
Yes, he played Jar Jar Binks,
right? Star Wars.
Yeah. And he's going to come back and do a Likely Stories.
Oh, fabulous.
No question.
Great. Yeah.
But and that's a great night. And then we just had Nancy Solomon last spring. Now she's a Peabody Award-winning broadcaster. She lives in Maplewood, and she started this podcast. And so she came and talked to us about her true crimes podcast, and that was a great evening. So, and we use different, real estate in town for our events. We use the high school for our classrooms, but we use the Woodland for lectures, and the Woodland is where our fabulous party will be.
Which I think we should talk about, because that's one of the reasons I wanted to speak with you, is because this is your 90th year and you are really celebrating. So tell me about, and tell everyone about the Decades Dance Party.
We all need to sing Zippity Doo Dah.
I know. We're going out of the year with a bang.
Yeah. It's just, we have a fabulous DJ. We're going to have a photo booth.
Nice.
Myla Jacey, our longtime state assemblywoman, is being honored. So we love that she's going to be there, and our local...
And she's our honorary chair.
She is our honorary chair.
Yes.
With many responsibilities.
Right.
And Mikey Sherrill will be giving us a little shout out. She wasn't able to attend, but she's going to send a little video.
Oh, very nice.
And
the room is going to look great.
I'm sure. That's a beautiful space.
Yes.
It really is.
And we have an amazing silent auction with lots of great
We
prizes.
do. And we have you to thank for that.
Yes,
Well,
thank you.
there were quite a few trustees who helped, and I have to say we have such a generous community. We were able to have 3 event sponsors who are helping to fund,
Nice.
and we have 5 different groups that are donating food and beverage.
Oh, yes.
And they are all being recognized that evening. And then probably more than 50 different groups donated gifts in kind for our silent auction baskets. And we tried to theme those baskets based on our various areas of discipline of instruction.
Yes.
So we have an arts themed one, we have a film themed one.
That's really cool.
We have restaurants, because we do wine and restaurant tastings.
Right,
We do all kinds of things. So
That's
it's
really
nice.
wonderful. So if people want to come, how do they find out more about this particular party?
Well, they can go to our website, somadultschool.org.
Okay.
And there's a special actual site for the Decades Dance right on our website you can go to.
Okay.
With all the information, because there's a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is the basic information, like the time, the day, where? We know it's at the Woodland, but what day and what time?
Next week from Friday, October 20th,
Okay,
and it starts at 7:30.
okay.
And people are invited to dress as in clothes from their favorite decade.
I saw that, and I'm like, that's very cool. So they
It'll
can,
be fun.
yeah.
Yeah, so I opened up my closet and I looked and I thought, okay, that from 85, that from 95,
She's going to mix and match.
that from 2005, and I thought,
You're gonna
just
represent
all of it.
I think so. Great.
Well, that sounds like so much fun. And so the Decades Dance Party is obviously a celebration of the 90th anniversary.
Yes.
But is there anything else, like this is the biggest thing for for your 90th
It's
year.
our
Yes.
Are there other things that are happening afterward? Like I know there are a few more, days left in the year after October 20th.
Or one other important thing to say is that it's our fundraiser. So
Oh, okay.
so it is a $90 ticket
Okay.
in advance and $120 at the door, but
right.
most of that is tax deductible. And please
Wonderful.
remember that we raise money because we need to provide wonderful education continuing for the community.
$90 for 90 years seems more than reasonable.
Yes,
That's what it is,
Yes,
so.
and as a fundraiser for an organization that does a lot
Yeah.
for the community. Yeah.
But to answer your next question, yes, we have lots more planned for the year. We
Okay.
have Alexander Model speaking for us about the
On
Ukraine
Ukraine.
coming up.
Okay.
That's our Eva Samo lecture series in honor of Eva, our longtime former employee and mentor to the adult school. We have other things coming up as well,
yes.
right, Liz?
We have an art history lecture in December on Picasso.
Oh, nice.
With one of our favorite art history lecturers who has been with us for a very long time, Janet Mandel. She was a
Okay.
teacher here at Columbia High School, and her lectures are always very popular. And Stephen Whitty, the film critic,
Oh,
is
okay.
going to have a lecture in November on the independent films of
Yeah.
the 90s.
Oh,
So I
that's
think that would be
interesting.
very, very interesting.
And so these courses are all available now. They're not full or anything like that, so people
Yes.
are able to sign up for them.
Absolutely.
And is that the same website?
Yes.
Yes,
And so
that's
that
correct, yes.
Okay, so if people want to find out more about the Decades Dance Party and any courses that the adult school has going on, they would go to the same website, which
To
is
somadultschool.org. So S as in South, O as in Orange, M as in Maplewood, adultschool.org.
Adultschool.org, yeah.
That sounds
Yes.
great. So before we close up, is there anything else that you would like people to know about the school in general, or about the Decades Dance Party, or anything else that's...
Well, we
think
are
people
very
should
proud
know?
that we give back to the community as well. But the Hamilton is one way we do, but we also offer scholarships. We apply for grants and offer scholarships. So we have we're offering scholarships to for people to take SAT classes this fall and in the spring hopefully as well. And we offer very low tuition for ESL students.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
is a significant program.
Mhm.
That
Yes.
fills fast. And
Oh,
maybe you wanna tell a little
absolutely.
more about
There's
that.
a
Okay.
lot of need, especially
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's very gratifying to see. There was someone who came in the office the other day registering 2 people who had just come from his country. I think it was Haiti. And he spoke his English was excellent. And he said, "Oh, I learned this at the adult school."
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he had taken classes 20 years ago.
Wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
he was bringing people here. He said, "This is a place to learn English."
Wow, that must be so rewarding to hear those types of stories.
It really is.
Right.
It's like full circle.
It
you know?
really is. And we know that our programs have also inspired careers.
Oh.
So, for example, there was a sculptor in northern New Jersey whose first course
right.
was taken here as a child when he was ill, and his parents said, "You need to do something," and they brought him for a sculpting class, and he is now passed away, but he was a renowned artist in the area. His name escapes me, I'm sorry about that. But I will say personally that my own son, one summer, he was looking for a camp program, and I said, "Well, why don't you take something with the adult school? How about film? You guys are always making movies at home." And guess what? He is now professionally in filmmaking. He does lighting. So I will say that the adult school was the beginning of his career.
Wow, so it works both ways. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
There have been students who have gotten back to us too. We have how to create a children's book,
Yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
a couple of students have gone on to publish books.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
after
so
taking
wonderful.
that class, which is wonderful to hear that.
Yeah.
At the party, we're going to have some of our old catalog covers as centerpieces. And for many years, the cover of the catalog was from the art class.
Oh,
We
okay.
would pick something from the art class.
Right.
And just wonderful work by...
So tell us a little bit about some of the other programs that you have, like for children.
Oh, sure. We have this a children's summer program that has been. It actually celebrated its 50th anniversary this year. It would have. It is on hiatus. We're kind of revamping it, and we're going to have it next year. But it's been very popular throughout the 50 years. It grew. We had a little hiccup with the pandemic, of course, like a lot of other things. But we're really hoping to bring it back, better than ever. And I feel like almost everyone in the community knows their kids have.
And it does things
started
differently than other summer programs.
Yes,
Serves
it's
a
very
better- a different purpose that meets
Very
kids'
different.
needs in
We have a
another
lot
way.
of teachers from the district, teaching in the program. The kids get to choose their own schedules, their own classes.
Nice.
It's sort of like they're going back to high school or college. We're always trying to change it up, get new teachers. But it's an amazing program.
So it sounds like
Exactly.
the adult school is not only a great learning center for adults, but also for younger adults or children as well. So
And
Yes.
it provides employment and training for youngsters, right? Who
Yes.
then become counselors themselves
Oh,
or
of
teachers,
course.
right?
of course.
So, and then we employ teachers from Columbia High School in the surrounding areas who want extra income and provide their talents to us. So, multifaceted.
Yes, and it's we also have a Suzuki program, the
Mhm.
Suzuki violin, and we just added a guitar, Suzuki guitar, to
Well,
this.
that's wonderful. So I really appreciate all three of you coming and joining me. I'm Dustin Dumas, and you have been watching Dustin's Kaleidoscope, and we will see you next time. Bye.